so 30 years. So we've been going.
You were just a.
I wish. But I was, you know, it was like I was in high school then, and I went to Samuel High, so it wasn't far away. So it was always part of our family, what was going on in the house.
And so going to the farmer's market wasn't actually like taking a big step for you. It was just something that you'd always done.
Yeah, it was something I always done. But I also, when I started, it wasn't, restaurants didn't just go there.
Right.
And I worked for some great restaurants, and I would try to go and pick things up and make it special. It was fun. But it's great to see how it's grown and how much it's grown. And some farmers there have really been inspirational in making that happen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Roxanne, how about you? When was the first time you went? Do you remember the first time you went to a market?
To this market, yeah. Well, I actually grew up abroad, as you know. I grew up in Costa Rica, and so that was my first market, and we actually kind of didn't like it. It was too much of a hustle.
Which one? The part here or there? In Costa Rica.
In Costa Rica, yeah.
Ah.
But in time, when I came here, I thought it was so civilized. Everything was so clean and so pretty. I think I went, the first time I went to the Santa Monica Farmers Market, like I really seriously thought I was at the mall. It was so chic, and like all the food was so perfect and so expensive.
All those people in yoga pants, it was the same thing.
Oh no, it was so over the top. Probably I went to Santa Monica, and then or about the same time Hollywood, which was more my vibe, more my speed, especially at the time I was like 23. And so it's been like, 14, 15 years. That was where we got sprouts, and that's what I thought was at the farmer's market, just sprouts. And so I was cooking in the South. That's where I worked in restaurants, and the farmers came to us. And when I was told this is the farmer's market to go to in Georgia, I was sent to kind of a Costco-like mall of produce, and that was the farmer's market in DeKalb. And so I really didn't get a sense of what a farmer's market was like until I came back here, and the Santa Monica market was just overrun with produce. I mean, coming from the South where you're canning and preserving everything out of necessity really, and then coming here and seeing the bounty and the overabundance of original produce, it blew my mind.
All year round.
Yeah, all year round. Strawberries that lasted for more than 3 or 4 months.
Going as a home cook, and then decided that you wanted to try and.
Well, I mean, yeah, I always look at produce in a cocktail way, let's say. And I got introduced to the farmers market in Los Angeles when I started working at Providence. I didn't even know in Los Angeles there was farmers market. Also because I was getting up too late anyway. So I remember Michael and Donato talking about farmers market, and I got interested. And so I was going there looking what they have. And that's how I got introduced to the farmers market in Los Angeles. From a small town in Italy where I grew up, I mean, since I was born, my parents were carrying me at a farmer's market on Monday. So my dad used to have a small garden vegetable. And the smell, the perfume the farmer's market has, no store has it, so it can work, and that can work. And Michael, the Shimarusti, just keep challenging me. Half an hour before we were opening Providence, was coming with something, said, hey, I need a cocktail with this. Really? It's 5 o'clock, you want me to do a cocktail in half an hour? Yeah, bye. So it was a big inspiration for me as well.
That's what you call it now, inspiration.
He's one of my mentors. He helped me develop my palate, my sense of taste. Him and Donato are two of my biggest mentors.
Oh, that's great. So Josiah, when you started getting produce in from the farmer's market, I mean, the typical model for produce in restaurants, even in fine dining restaurants, was the truck would pull up at the back of the restaurant from Cisco, and people would unload, and then you would convert. Did you have to change the way the restaurant ran in order? That's a typical produce order for a bar, but obviously not with you.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, 75% of the cocktails sold, they have lemon or lime juice, which you can get at the farmer's market. And so there has always been an inspiration from the farmer's market. And honestly, since Providence, that I got interested in that. You know, it's just like then I was trying. Oh, maybe this can work and that can work. And Michael, the Shimarusti, just keep challenging me. Half an hour before we were opening Providence, was coming with something. Said, "Hey, I need a cocktail with this." Really? It's 5 o'clock. You want me to do a cocktail in half an hour? Yeah. Bye. So he was a big inspiration for me as well.
That's what you call it now, inspiration.
He's one of my mentors. He helped me develop my palate.